Hi, I'm Darren Keskes, Assistant Principal and Student Council Advisor from Huron High School. What's going on tonight is the Dig Pink volleyball contest between Grosse Ile and Huron. There's lots of raffles going on. It's a breast cancer fundraiser. Both student councils competed and did a fundraiser at each school for the classes. Great, nice job. For the classes to win a sub sandwich party. Lots of events going on all week at both schools. We had a big pink out today at school. All the student body wore pink to school today and the staff. It's been a really good experience. In addition to the volleyball game, we have drum lines from both schools that are going to put on performances between games and have a drum competition. Like I said, the student councils have been competing, raising money for the event, and classroom fundraisers and bake sales and things like that. We also have the Detroit Lions cheerleaders are going to be here.
I'm Michelle Foster from Grosse Ile High School, Michelle I am a science teacher, a leadership teacher, and a student council advisor. Well, for the last 3 days, we've had a number of fundraisers going on. We had bake sales the last 3 days at lunch. We had a hat day yesterday, and we had a contest going on over the last 3 days where if we raised $1 per student, then Mr. Flood, another science teacher, would dye his hair pink. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the $700 we needed, so maybe we'll try that again next time.
Good evening and welcome to the Grosse Ile Gym, where tonight it's a very special evening here on Senior Recognition Night. It's also Dig for the Cure night, and the Grosse Ile volleyball team, ladies varsity, will host the new Huron Chiefs today in Huron League action. I'm Ted Fournier along with Phil Henry, and Phil, a lot of things going on tonight. Very nice game, a volleyball game in Huron League action, but other special things happening.
Absolutely. There's a tremendous energy in the gym tonight, Ted, one that we don't see all the time. And this is going to be a great night. And don't adjust your color. The girls are going to be wearing pink, light pink and dark pink tonight. And we're expecting a great game as we got some opening ceremonies here. It is senior night, and we see a lot of the seniors are out there getting their pictures taken. And there's going to be gifts exchange. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, so don't go anywhere.
Well, we're going to take a little break here and watch the seniors as they're announced.
Secretary, Spanish Club, National Honor Society, Varsity
Well, Phil, a nice parting night for the seniors. They all have gifts. They're posing for pictures, but this is going to be a good volleyball game. The Huron Chiefs are a pretty good ladies volleyball team.
Absolutely, they are, Ted, and tonight, though, it's a home field advantage, or home court advantage for the Lady Devils, so we're sure hoping that we're going to see that come to fruition, and a big night for the seniors going away, and they had a lot of nice words to the underclassmen, so let's hope that everyone really grabs a hold of that and makes some things happen tonight.
It's going to be loud in here. Not only do we have a huge crowd in here, we got two drum lines that are going to be competing almost all through the night. They're each going to get to the solo between games, but they're going to be loud and loud and loudest tonight.
And we've got a tremendous crowd behind us, Ted, so we're going to have to be hollering ourselves and to be heard. And this is a real exciting night, so if you missed out and you couldn't make it out, it's a real nasty night outside. But by gosh, don't go anywhere, because best 3 out of 5 set-wise. The JV lost a little earlier tonight, Ted, but these seniors and the underclassmen are ready to make up for it here on the Grosse Ile side.
You hear the drum line immediately. First of all, we're going to apologize because Phil Henry and myself, we are amateur volleyball commentators. So we're going to tell you what we see, and if we get it wrong, send the letters in to GITV.
Yes, attention, Ted Fournier. It should be nice, though, because a lot of times when you're home watching it on TV, Ted, the energy doesn't really come through. So we try to grab that down here at courtside, and we try to, bring that back home with the telecast. Trying to bring the energy that we're feeling. These girls will play hard. We see them on the basketball court right after this season, and they're playing hard, and they're out there diving for balls. We had it happen in the JV game. You were part of the action at one point. So we're going to try and bring that action to you in the best way that we can. I hope you sit back and enjoy it. We'll keep you posted. It looks like it's going to be a big night of volleyball here in the gymnasium.
Looks like Grosse Ile's going to open up the serve, and the Grosse Ile in the light pink, and Huron Chiefs in the dark pink. Tori DeSinger, number 14, going to start off with the serve, and we'll get to the rules that we know as the game goes on. DeSinger drops the ball, and she's about ready to go. She's backed up behind the service line about, what do you say, 6-7 feet there? Maybe
yeah,
8
she
feet.
Might have that powerful serve, Ted. She was one of the seniors honored tonight in the opening festivities. Looks like she's pumped up. And
up on the ladder over there is Dwayne Keck as he blows the whistle, and we're about ready to go. Dig to set in the first, and another dig saved by DeSinger. The ball almost hit the season.
I think it did hit up there, but they're going to give the point to Boston. I think it did ricochet up there, but nice rally to start things out with, Ted, on our first point.
Heather Luzon hit it way up, and it dropped just right over the net. Now you have a service ace as Huron takes an early 2-0 lead.
And that's Nicole Ostrike serving for New Boston.
Luzon with the dig, the set.
There was a kill right there, Ted.
Number 9, Karen Veteran, all-state basketball player, Sky there, all 6'2" of her stretched out. And she got the first kill, 3-0.
She has that wrap on her right leg, Ted, so maybe she might not be as agile tonight as that one goes long. So it's an opening 4-0 lead for New Boston here in the very first set. Best 3 out of 5 tonight. New Boston in the bright pink, I guess you'd call it, versus Grosse Ile in the light pink. And there's a hammer home. Emma Campo.
It was set up to the right side of the court, and she hit it across court for the kill.
Yeah, the key was getting the high in the air like she did, Ted, where she could see the whole court in front of her and then really laid it out.
Oh! Cudrin just mismeasured that one, and she skied again and hit it right into the net.
Terrific. 2 players went up for the block, but I don't think it was necessary, Ted. I think it hit right in the net. There's Kudrin, and that is a super kill right there, Ted. She skied like we talked before, had a wide open spot in the back, and laid it right on down there. Very hard to, you'd have to anticipate that about a minute and a half ago.
Well, they're going to go to her all night long as she sets up on the left side of the 5-2 Huron. Nice dig by DeSiga. The set just touched over. Here goes.
And that is out. So Kudrin took the big setup, Ted, but she misaimed on that one, looking for the sideline, if you will. Nice rally. Once again, we're in the opening game. The best 3 out of 5, and that one falls in. So make it 5-4, New Boston over Grosse Ile.
Number 15, Tiana Trombley, the libero, just let that one go at her feet. She thought it was out, and the game is a 1-point game right there.
Oh, that was a nice tap right there. Real good touch.
That's almost like having a fastball pitcher develop a wicked curveball. You know it's coming, and she just touched it over the net.
Yeah, like a real changeup. And right there,
And they
you can
returned
do
the
it,
favor.
so can we.
6-5. Huron.
Well, that's such a, that's such a great play when you have that dunk like that, Ted. You know, it's not always about a power game. They took a lesson from what Kudrin did, and it's 6-5. Grosse Ile trailing here in the first set.
Alex Benjamin with the serve. She just entered the game. Luzon. Nice save.
Oh, as the set went to the front of the net, and they had number 11, Natalie Wallace, set up, Ted, but it just went over on the New Boston side, and they were able to bring it on home for a point. And we'll clear this up right now. The ceiling is in play.
Nice block in the net.
Great rally, Ted.
Probably the longest rally of the night. A couple great digs by the back line of the Devils, and they just kept with the ball. We have another substitution coming in.
That was Katie Clamaris going out of the game right now. She was the one that dumped it off at the end of that tremendous rally, but that was set up by an early block by Natalie Wallace.
Long serve out of bounds. DeSanta comes in and just blisters that one. It's 8-6.
Well, one of the seniors honored, and she was really amped up as she hit that one.
Luzon with the dig. Set up by Benjamin.
Luzon was in great position on that one, Ted, to save a point.
that one, but it was a nice little long rally. Good long rallies on both sides.
Alex Benjamin, I think, doing the splits over there. She's got her body going one way, and the New Boston player saw it, Ted, and went back the opposite way. Nice kill shot for them. Been very impressed with the play of Natalie Wallace in this first game. She is doing a tremendous job. She's a sophomore, Ted.
Well, that was Benjamin with the center. Benjamin's playing that role, and Wallace is getting some excellent height.
Yeah, and she's done some real damage with blocks at the net. She's got that tall presence, so she's going to be a force for a couple of more years on this team.
9-8, lose on serving. Nice block by number 11, Nicole.
11 on 11 crime there. It was 11 no-strike blocked number 11 Natalie Wallace. And as Natalie gets into her junior and senior years, I think she's going to be a lot more powerful at the net, Ted. Excellent slam by number 12, Emmy Combo.
That was well hit and just nobody home on that spot. And it's 10-9. Grosse Ile trying to tie it up. They fell behind early 4-0, and they've been fighting back ever since.
Well, that's just the way you set it up, you know, when you're drawing it up. And Campo got good height and saw a nice open spot in the back corner and hammered it home. There's a big block at the net, Ted, a double block as Alex Carney went up.
You can tell momentum is put on a light pink shirt. Carney really went up high on that block, and it's 10-10.
You have to be fearless going up there because you don't know where the ball's going to end up and how hard it's going to be coming at you. Number 14, Dreska. And the call was point to Grosse Ile, and that gives them the lead, Ted.
Cudgeon's back in the game. She had sat out there for a while, but Grosse Ile has fought back. They have 11-10 lead.
It was they were down 5-0, so they've outscored them 11-5. Excellent. Big hit at the net by number 9, Alex Carney, and went up with the ball, went up with the shot with O-strike. And O-strike went up to try and combat Carney, but Carney just had too much power, and O-strike beat it down in the ground.
So with the score 12-10 Grosse Ile, timeout by Huron, and the emotion of the night and the energy in the gym has really transferred to the Red Devil team tonight.
Yeah, and you're seeing lots of teamwork, and they're really playing all for one another, which is what you really have to have here in volleyball. You hear a lot of calling out, you know, I've got it, setting each other up perfectly, and some tremendous kills, some great blocks of the net. And we're only in the first match, or first set of this match, Ted. The seminal chop put on by the New Boston Huron Chiefs.
Next time we come here, I think we're going to ask the athletic director to put the drum lines outside.
Yeah, put those mute things that they have for them. You know, my friend used to play them at 3 o'clock in the morning. He had those big old styrofoam things they fit on the top of them. Carney, yes, once again. Alex Carney set up perfectly, Ted. That was the dig on the first, set on the second, and Alex Carney finished it off.
Cudgeon's playing on the back line right now, and they hit off of her left hand, and she looks more effective up in the front. Moreover, exuberance by Tori Dreiska. That's one thing about volleyball. Some of those serves, they put a lot of power in it, but it's controlled power.
Well, there you go.
Nicole Ostreich serves it right into the net. Grosse Ile has opened up a 3-point lead here in the first game of this match.
Katie Clamiris coming back in. We saw her great work at the net a little earlier. And now they've had them back on their heels, Ted. That was an aggressive play by Grosse Ile all the way. They had them on the back on their heels, clearly on the offensive. And it resulted in a nice play.
Well, Campo has this running. Well, look at this flying serve right into the net, just as we talk about it. But she takes 2 steps and comes flying. 15-12 here in the first game of this match. Grosse Ile in the lead.
Excellent, 9-on-9. As Alex Carney goes up and pounds it into Kara Kudrin and got the best of her.
16-12. We played at 25 in the first 4 games here.
Coming at us.
Hey, you're supposed to put a big shirt on.
I was getting ready.
A two-hand set.
I had a one-hand set going, and I realized then that it wasn't going to work. And Luzon, you know, she's wearing the white jersey. She's the libero, and that means she can come in when her team's on the defensive side, and she can play pretty much any position. Her job is to really be the first one to the ball.
Both liberos are wearing white tonight. That's a long serve. Grosse Ile side out. Remember back when you and I played this game and the girls played when we were young, that you could only score on your serve. They have changed the rules now, and there's a point on every serve, which I think makes the game far more exciting.
Oh, absolutely. And it moves the match along quicker, too. That was close to a double hit, Ted. Officials are all on it, though. Kudrin gets high and elevates on that one, Ted. Really come with a rocket shot down, and there was very little that Natalie Toth-Watkins could do.
You mentioned this earlier in the match, but one of the things that both of these teams are doing is tremendous communications. You hear them talking to each other on every hit and every shot.
Excellent timing as Maddie Champanella just went up with that one. And when it was hit by New Boston, you weren't sure if it was going to come over the net or if it was just kind of a long setup. But Maddie Champanella did a fabulous job timing that, Ted, and just bringing it right back before New Boston had a chance to recover.
DeSana served. There was 18 serving 15. That missed hit means that 18-16 still here in the first game of the match.
That one went wide. That was
Benjamin set that one up, but it was hit just wide, 18-17.
Well,
got to win by 2.
Emma Campo been successful from that side. Nice dunk over. Nice dunk over as Natalie Wallace went high in the air and just tipped it right over.
It's in 1917, and the Chiefs have taken their second time out. That was just a touch shot. She looked and saw an empty space on the floor and just kind of dinked it right in there. Great strategy and tremendous comeback here. You're down 5-0, and now they're elite. They're ahead 19-17, and everybody on the team's contributing.
Absolutely, this is a total team effort, and the energy and the enthusiasm brought on by this tremendous crowd line. We've got the guys up here in the student section. Like you said, we got the drum line over here making things happen, and right now this is bringing a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and Grosse Ile is really feeding off it tremendously well.
Grosse Ile has broken the huddle. We got 8 seconds left of the timeout. Remember, this is Dig for the Cure night. That's why everybody's in pink. There's pink balloons and flowers, and everything's here for both teams have raised over $700 this week alone just for the Dig for the Cure. Luzon serves.
And that one is one of your nightmares, you know, when you're on the beach, Ted, and you've got, you know, you're going against the Swedish bikini team and you hit one backwards. You're trying to set it up and then it goes backwards off your fingertips. Powerful serve.
There's actually spin on that ball that when you hit it, instead of going forward, if you don't hit it correctly, it rolls off your hands and goes backwards. Grosse Ile 21-17. Opening up their biggest lead of the night.
In a nice deep serve, like you said, Ted, with a hard spin on it. There we go, digging it up, but that was the case right there. Too many players converged on one ball, left nobody up front.
21-18, Huron serving here. Games are to 25.
Oh.
That was just a bad judgment. It was a short hop like Alan Trammell fielding a ground ball there.
Well, you see the different strategies on the serve. You can Grosse Ile just made a living going hard and deep, just like that one to the back, creating a lot of problems. It's got to go over, and yes, it does.
Great hustle, great teamwork on that.
There's a set. See, they got their composure and rifled it long.
21-20 as the Chiefs are coming back. And timeout, the first timeout for Grosse Ile.
So
timeouts are 1 minute long, and just as we start talking, the drum line goes again.
And that, of course, would be the New Boston drum line. They've got a lot of fans of their own here tonight, Ted, so we're seeing well represented on what is really a horrible night for travel. And everybody's up here. There's a tremendous amount of energy. They couldn't be happier being right here in the front row.
These are two rivals. You saw them a couple weeks ago at homecoming in football, but these schools are both in the Huron League, and they play each other a couple times every year, so they know each other well.
They're going to give point to New Boston on that. That ties it up, Ted. Got to win by 2. It's the first one to 25, but you have to win by 2. It's 21-21.
And New Boston has come back. This is a 5-point run here. They've got to break it.
Courtney DeSana, one of the seniors, had a little problem getting that one in play. Here she is again. Now she corrects herself. Trouble, Tad, trouble.
That's 3 hits. And the run now is increased to a 6-point run and a 2-point lead for Huron. Another timeout. As Coach Amanda Salmons has got to do something to change the momentum. Grosse Ile had this in hand, 21-17, and Huron has come back.
Well, absolutely. It was right after the timeout. Megan Pulse, the coach for New Boston, she called that timeout, and then that stemmed the tide right there. And now Boston has picked up the energy, and they're mounting a nice 6-point comeback right now. They're up by 2. We can say with 27 seconds, but that's in the timeout.
One out.
There it is, set at the net right there. Oh. There we go, Ted. Nice rally, and that's what you need a lot of times to really get things going back in your favor. It's a nice rally, set up, get back to what was being successful for you.
Both liberos played well on that. They both made point-saving digs.
And Tori Dreiska, she's having a lot of problems from the service line tonight.
That was just a miss hit. It's like a shake and golf. She hit the wrong side of her hand, and it just didn't get there.
Now Boston, New Boston's on game point here, Ted. Kudrin bangs it, and nice save by Luzon. Oh, you can't give Lisa Kudrin too many shots like that, Ted.
Well, not only is she 6'2", she jumps about a foot off the ground, so she's way over the net. Now, here we're going to change sides here right now. 25-22 is your final score of game one, and I think we're going to have some drumming exhibition here. So when they start drumming, I think you and I will just watch it. As
well, absolutely. We can enjoy the festivities too, can't we?
As both teams are going to change strategy and change sides here for game two. And let's just settle down and watch the Grosse Ile drum line.
290-874-874 come to the front and collect your basket. And now please welcome the Grosse Ile drum line.
Was quite a bit of action out there, lots of fun, and just amps it up even more. And that first game didn't disappoint us whatsoever. Just the ending was disappointing, as New Boston will take a 1-game-to-none lead here in this best of 3 games for the overall match. As they come on late in the game, they kind of sat back, and Grosse Ile did a lot of tremendous things. So now Grosse Ile got the confidence they can stay with them, so let's see what they can do here in game number 2.
Well, you know what, New Boston Huron's fighting with all the emotion in the crowd, all the noise, all the spirit, the specialness of the night, and they withstood all that, and they were down 4 points, and they came back and won.
Well, it was a game of runs for them. They started out the game with a 5-0 run. They ended up the game on that 6-0 run right there that really kind of put them in command. And Grosse Ile did break that 6-0 run, but by then they were at game point, and New Boston finished it off. Lisa Kudrin, their tall spiker, kill lady she's the one with the pink wrapping on her leg. Well, so we got 2 pinks outfits here, and she's one to watch out for, but we've seen some terrific play on Grosse Ile's side. Over there, we've seen players to watch. Natalie Wallace, she's been doing terrific at the net herself. Alex Carney's doing well.
Alex
Emma
Benjamin
Campbell
came in and sparked, did some nice setting there in the middle part.
And it's senior night, and our senior captains tonight are Heather Luzon. She's in the libero position with the white jersey on, and also Courtney Desana, and then Tori Dreiska.
The referee is checking out, making sure the Grosse Ile alignment is right, and they're in the right spot. Remember, we told you they changed sides, so you're watching this on TV. Grosse Ile not only changes sides on the court, they change sides on the benches. The benches get up and change sides, so both teams are about ready to go, and the referee is pointing, and we're about ready to go as Huron's going to serve to start game 2. They say that side out to Grosse Ile. Emily Brewer was the server. Now we're going to get the libero, number 5.
Well, they hit that ball. It must be going 60 miles an hour, so I could use a more definitive call out there on the sideline. How about you, Ted?
Heather Luzon. Oh.
Excellent pound serve getting through the 2 blockers, Ted. We're at an angle here where it was difficult to see who went up for Grosse Ile, but the 2 blockers just were no matches that powered right through them, and Grosse Ile's off to a 2-0 lead in the second game of this best 3 out of 5.
Great block by number 9 right there, Carney. And then Carney goes up in the air and slams that off for number 2, Lindsay Uman, and that could have hurt.
Yeah. Well, she got up in the air, got good elevation, and Lindsay Human was in the back row, and there was no match for the power of Alex Carney. And you've already labeled that one as not fair.
Kudrin, she goes up in the air, and you're about ready to take her best fastball, and she throws a Ephus pitch at you.
Yeah, dumps it off right in between 2 defenders, and that puts New Boston on the board. Point goes to New Boston as that rifled out. Now 3-2, Ted, here in this second game.
They might have been better off letting that one go out of bounds. I was on the last point. The gentleman with the flag back there started getting grief from the fans. 3-3 tie. Just a miss hit.
Yeah, that was one that was hit right at the waist, and your natural instinct is to kind of push down to the ball, but actually you should have stepped back and taken that one underhanded.
Another block of the net, number 14, Sarah Conkle.
Alex Carney went up on that one, and she met with a couple of blocking chiefs on that one. Brought the ball back quickly.
Huron on another run. That was a little long. The kind of night it is here, Phil. The concession stand just ran out of nachos.
I smell popcorn, though. Love the smell of popcorn, and I can smell it. Big hit by Kudrin. She was set up perfectly right in front of us, Ted, and she just rifled that back. Heather Luzon did her best to try and dig underneath of it, but just no match.
That was called in on it. That's inside the back line, 7-4, and another streak by the Chiefs. Kudrin's serving.
Another one that might, but it's tough. The game, it's the heat of battle. It's really tough to say, where that ball's going to end up. But that was another one that looked like it was heading for the long line.
Number 9, Kudrin, 8 serving 4.
Wow, big hit. Number 5. Heather Luzon on the receiving end of a big hit by the New Boston girl. We don't have her listed here. She's number 5.
Heather Luzon takes that one right off the chin. And Kudrin still serving 9-4, and it's after an early lead. Huron seems just to be taking it 1 point at a time here.
Well, this is Grosse Ile timeout. Amanda Salmons found something that she doesn't like. She wants to rally her troops a little bit. I think they're just playing tremendously well. You just got to kind of amp it up just one more notch. Beat off that crowd a little bit more. Because that's when they got success in that first game, Ted. They had a nice successful run, and they were feeding off the energy of everyone, so they need to find that again here in the second game.
Amanda Salmons only took 40 seconds in that timeout and broke the huddle. And it's 10-4, and Grosse Ile's in danger of letting too many points in a row here. That's out.
There, nice move to let that one go on through. It's going to bring number 12 to the service line, Emma Campbell. Emma's been an outside hitter tonight, and now she's serving. Got that nice run that you like so well. And successful serve.
That went off to libero Gianna Trombley, straight toward the Huron bench.
Emma's a junior, so you imagine she's got another year to perfect that. Nice running forward, leaps up in the air, gets a lot on it. Oh.
Well, that rolled off of Carney's fingertips.
Caught Clamaris going the wrong way. She was moving in to close up the middle of it, and it was just dunked over.
Number 14, or 10 serving. 14. Side out. 11-7. Grosse Ile now is trading points with the Huron Chiefs. They need to have a run of their own. Substitute. Emily Torelli's in for Huron.
Need to get a nice run on serves, Ted. Bam, that one is going to be...
That was in.
Called in. So like you said, a score on every serve. So that serve right there served up by Grosse Ile and was rifled back, found its way at the back line. So that was a point for New Boston. That adds to their lead, 12-7 here in the second game, Ted.
That was hit, the kill was by number 5. And there's no 5 on our roster.
Beautiful block, Ted. Beautiful block by Maddie Champnella for Grosse Ile, and she timed that one perfectly. And you know, you've got to have a lot of bravery in you to go up at that time knowing you're going to get a face full of ball.
12-8 service for Grosse Ile. They need a run. 12-9.
That's Maddie Champnella is really hot right now from that center position.
Alex Benjamin on the serve. This is her second serve.
Perfect shot. That ball just sort of started taking off, Ted. It wasn't going to really hit the ground, but their libero over there, number 15, Tiana Trombley, she saw something in there she thought she could get. Instead it went off her arms. Point to Grosse Ile.
Benjamin with a serve long. Number 5, who we don't have on our roster, is going to serve. Gets it into the net and go back to Grosse Ile. They need another short run here, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. It's 13-10 on the scoreboard. Second game, Grosse Ile trailing by 1. Number 12, Amia Campo coming back to the front line.
Fans are yelling for a point. There was no point put up there after that serve hit in the net. There should be 13-11. New Boston leading here in the second game. They won the first game. I'm sure the scorekeeper will get that straight as Kudron's big kill is thwarted.
Nice dig.
Block that ended up into a dig. Oh, that one got just a little discombobulated in there, Ted. It's a nice rally going, but you can see it got deep and then too many players converged on the ball.
There was a little bump there that messed everything up as Maddie Campanella did hit the ball, but it went under the net. 14-11, Chiefs serving.
That is called in. Kudron just hit a big one right towards the end line right there. You can make a living off of those, Ted, if you can time them just right.
Those are the perfect hits. Forrest Perez is a lineman back there, and he called it in.
Excellent. Slam in there. Number 12's going to get credit for that kill, Emma Campo.
Campo returning the favor, hitting the ball deep into the Huron court for the point, 15-12.
All right. Misfiring on that one was Kudron.
Kudron really was in no man's land. She likes it a little closer to the net. She was about 4 feet back. Blocked by Kudron. Wasn't a real slam. There was kind of a two-hand push to the back line.
Absolutely. Went up there on that, but that play right there was a big block, you know, on Emma Campo as she went up for the kill, Ted, and she was thwarted by New Boston.
Logan Zajac serving for New Boston. And Kudron with the block. She's got those long arms. She gets up, jumps up 15, 18 inches, and she's 10 feet in the air. It's hard to get it over. Zajac with a long serve. 17-14.
Substitutions coming in. Want to keep everybody fresh, especially at the front line. Here's Tori Dreiska, one of the seniors and captains of this team. She's had a little hard time from the serving line, at least in that first game she did.
A little conversation going on between the coaching staff on New Boston and the refs. 17-14.
Oh, right there, you know, and it's a lot of timing that you see, Ted. Real important to have things timed properly, and that was just a terrific two-set-up timing to Lisa Fudrin. She hammered it on down.
Fudrin likes that ball foot 12, 18 inches away from the net, and then that's hard to defend her right there. She starts to serve here. 18 serving 14.
One of the officials has Jim Oakler on the move. Probably excessive cheering here from the Grosse Ile fans.
Nice block right up front.
Big move up. Ball
Leads down to 30 again.
Getting to be a key point in the second game, Ted. We saw that this was about the point that New Boston put on the what would be the winning run in that first game to take that one. So right now, Grosse Ile finds themselves down by 3, 18-15.
A lot of conversation going on. I think that's Dwayne Keck over there at the far side.
Back up. And a kill shot by number 9. It wasn't number 9, I think number 3. Emily Brewer hammered that one home, found a nice spot.
You know, Grosse Ile comes in here with not as good a record as Huron, but boy, they've been fighting them, playing them tough tonight. Number 11 just kind of reaches over the net, Nicole Ostrike, and sends the ball straight to the floor. 20-15.
That's why you need a net judge right there, Ted, because that was one of those real close ones. Whether it made it over and whether the player was on the wrong side. Number 5 for, we have yet to see who number 5 is a timeout called. Grosse Ile called timeout.
And number 330.
We want to remind you that the reason we're here tonight is because the Dig for the Cure, raising money for breast cancer awareness. October is breast cancer awareness. Both teams have done a lot of things this week. The JVs and the freshman team are wearing orange shirts and orange socks, and they raise money. The student council for both schools have raised over $700. And, this is getting to be a habit. A lot of high school programs are doing special things with their athletic contests to raise money for cancer awareness.
Absolutely, a terrific cause. You see it at the high school level. It goes to the college level and right on into the pro level. It's definitely a cause that's really got Americans rallying.
That was hit real deep, and Luzon couldn't control it. I think one of the reasons it's such a popular activity is that I think almost every family in some way is touched by breast cancer, and a lot of ladies are people we know, our mothers and our aunts and our grandmothers have to fight this disease, and I think that's why it's so well supported.
And officials are looking at one another, and the point goes to New Boston. And that they're pulling away right now here in the second game, Ted. It's 23-15. They're up on Grosse Ile. And that one's called in, so Grosse Ile gets that point back. New Boston just seems to be making one more play at the opportune time when they need it.
That was aided by the net as it barely got over the net, number 3.
Yeah, altered the course where it was, and it just froze the New Boston players. They were unable to make a move.
Almost. Oh, what a hit. That ball rolled on the net as number 13. Katie Clamaris tried to roll that off the net, and it came up the net and just rolled up her arms and over her shoulder. 24-17, game point here. Long.
And that's long. Our flagman down there, I'm starting to get the way he calls the game. We've seen a lot of close calls. Young man, he's a student here, isn't he, Ted? Don't you know?
Tony Perez works for GITV. Nice young man. I tried to get him to work for us tonight, hold the camera in one hand and the plate in the other. He wouldn't do it.
Oh,
and that ball
point is going to
bounds.
fall into the crowd, Ted. That'll put game number 2 in the win books for New Boston.
18-25 is your final score. Huron is now up 2-0 in the match. And as we take a break here, the New Boston Huron drum line is going to entertain us. Games were hard fought. Grosse Ile had leads in both games, but the superior talent, and mainly the 6'2" talent of Kiara Cudron, leaping over the net and just slamming the ball home has been a big difference, Phil.
Absolutely, and in both games it's been just a matter of a couple of plays here and there that the Chiefs have been able to make, and Grosse Ile just hasn't made them. But boy, they have really played hard tonight. They've played on the energy of this crowd. It's been real enthusiastic going on here tonight with Dig for the Cure. And here we are starting the third game, and Grosse Ile needs to really dig in.
And there's the story of the first 2 games as 6'2" Cudron slams the ball across court from left to right for the first point of the game, and it'll be side out to Huron.
She just seems to get that big point, Ted.
There's a Grosse Ile with a side out, so it's 1-1 here early in the game. This is senior night. We recognize the seniors on the squad. Heather Luzon, Courtney Desana, Tori Drizga, and I'm missing somebody.
Chloe Smith.
Oh yeah, Chloe Smith.
That was Heather Luzon right there. She's playing the libero position, which she has a different color jersey. She can rotate around. Most everyone else has a standard position they have to play, and she's able to rotate around, and she generally tries to be the first one to the ball.
Logan Sajak serving the 2-1. And it was another point. Service 8.
Well, that was a nice let go. That was a deep serve with a lot on it, Ted. It's really hard to make a call on that. You got to make a call on that early, and when you haven't seen that serve, point goes to Boston, and they're quickly off to a 4-1 lead. And if they get to 15 and they're ahead by 2, this match is over.
Well, you're the volleyball expert, so I agree. A lot of times in the third match, when you're up 2-0, the coaches empty their benches and let the subs play a lot of the third match. Five to 1 is Huron just pouring it on right now. Sajak serving.
He's had a nice, hard, deep serve, and Grosse Ile's had some problems with it.
Grosse Ile with the point, 5-2.
Unfortunately, it's not a souvenir for some fans. Has to give that one back, but he got a chance to handle the pink and white ball.
Alex Carney serving Alex is really working hard. The back of her shirt's hopping wet from how hard she's working. That was long. And the big girl's going to be on the. This is where you like to keep her, back here in the back line.
Pounded. Big hit shot. That's at number 5 that we don't have a number or don't have a name for number 5, but she's played a key role in that.
You know, I'd like to study this game. You see a lot of different formations, receiving the serve and setting up for the serve.
Well, they have offensive strategies, and we talked to Megan Pulse, the coach for New Boston. She said they like to be on the aggressive side when they're on the offensive end.
Right.
And then, of course, the defensive sets are pretty standard.
Waiting for the whistle. 3 serving 7. You know what? Every time Alex Benjamin has gone back there, she's done a fine job serving. She's usually good for 2-3 points here, and that's what Grosse Ile needs to get back in this match. Into the net. Put the jinx on her again.
Last ball.
Yeah, well, I think maybe she was.
3-2. Last ball. We're going to draw another one.
She looked like she tried to do too much on that serve, Ted, is what she tried to do. Tried to be a little too cute and come to her right side. Right now they need just, and that one is deep. Point goes to Grosse Ile on 8 to 5. Boston in the lead.
We're got substitutions coming in. Toth Watkins, Natalie Toth Watkins in. She leaves.
There's one of those seniors, Chloe Smith, serving them up for Grosse Ile.
Luzon with a one hand, trying to save that one-handedly, goes off her right hand. And she is answered by the drum line of the Huron Chiefs. 9-5, third game. Chiefs up 2 games to nothing.
Well, almost got it, but there was a nice play right there. If you notice that, the player goes into set position, Ted, but then she just steers it right over the net. Brought Grosse Ile off guard on that one.
10-5. Right.
Big hammer and hit by Natalie Wallace.
Off the left hand to Tiara Trombley. You know, the district matches start on Halloween night. You have the pre-districts, and then the rest of the week, the districts are throughout that first week of November. Luzon hits it into the net, so it's 11-6. I think we had the exact same score in the last game.
Now that was a big serve. Grosse Ile looking for momentum so they can get on one of those runs, Ted. And that goes deep, but it's been 2 games of nice runs by New Boston. They'll get on a run and they'll put up 5, 6, 7 points before you know it. Then Grosse Ile just starts battling back from there.
Tori Driscoll into the game. She's serving 7, serving 11. Number 11, Ostrike on the kill.
That was textbook. There was a dig on the serve, and then there was a set shot and set up Ostrike, and she just killed it, you know, right in where nobody was. If you can get that height up there, one thing I've noticed is that the girls on the New Boston side, Ted, they're a little quicker on the hammer. When they get their shot, it comes quicker, and it doesn't give the Grosse Ile players enough time to react to where the ball's going. Where on the opposite side, Grosse Ile's big hitters seem to be just a little bit slower, and it gives, at times, New Boston a chance to react.
12-8, New Boston, look out. Emily Brewer trying to make a kill from deep into the zone, and it's hard to make a kill that far back. 12-9.
Oh, nice call. Nice setup right there, and Alex Carney just couldn't quite get it over.
She didn't get it over the net. Hit it into the net. 13-9. Zajac serving. Long, 13-10. Alex Carney picking up the ball. She's going to serve here.
4-7-4.
Nice set, nice smash, and nice recovery. Right there, that was that quick, rather than set it up, she guides it over.
That's going to be side out, 14-10. Miss Richardson, number 5, is back in. We finally got a name. I think it's Haley Richardson, number 5 for the Chiefs. It's 15-10. I think we have to go to 25.
Yes, I think I've made my first mistake of the night.
I've never known you to make a mistake, huh?
I think that would be if it was game 5, it would go to 15. As Grosse Ile now, as their backs are to the wall, and nice dump over. Oh. Both collapsed down, and once they were out of position and the ball came back to where they were, there wasn't much they could do. There's going to be a timeout called.
Amanda Salmons takes a timeout. Well, we have the timeout. I'd like to congratulate once again the seniors that were honored tonight. Number 14, Tori Drziga, the setter. She's done a fine job tonight. Heather Luzon, they call her the left back, but she's been the libero. And then Chloe Smith, an outside hitter. And our last senior, Courtney DeSana. We want to thank them for their 4 years of playing volleyball here at Grosse Ile, and once again honor them for all their dedication to the program.
Right, there's a nice program, as a matter of fact, with their pictures in there, and little comment to the underclassmen and a little comment to their parents who've been guiding force in their life. I thought it was a real nicely put together program, and I'm sure Jim Oakler, one of our favorite athletic directors of all time, had a lot to do with it. Senior recognition night.
I want to thank Jim for all helping us out here tonight, getting us all set up. That was in, number 5, Richardson.
Rifle shot too, Ted. All the Grosse Ile players had committed themselves, and they left it wide open on the back line area. Skudrin.
Fans are still cheering loudly, and nobody's gone home. It's a wonderful night here in the Grosse Ile gym.
It's not official until the officials say it is, so I'm still having problems with our flag girls and boys giving us a definitive call. But the score is 18-11 right now in this third game. It could be the deciding game of the match if New Boston stays on. Nice tap back by Natalie Wallace.
Wallace has picked her spots tonight,
And you know, of course we're all about senior recognition tonight and the 4 seniors, but there's been some tremendous play by the underclassmen tonight that gives Grosse Ile some hope for the future of this young volleyball team.
19-12, game 3. Grosse Ile dropped the first one 25-22 and dropped the second one 25-18. Nice blocked at the net by the Hurons.
It's deep, it's gonna have to come over, and it does.
Nice dig.
Nice rally going, Ted. Oh.
We haven't called her name a lot tonight, but Natalie Topes Watkins had 3 good hits over there. Playing very good on the back line.
As that was just a game of inches right there. It just barely came over.
Ticket number 4-3-3. 4-3-3.
Sarah Conkle serving for the Chiefs, trying to close this one up. They lead by 9. Out of bounds.
22, 3 points from victory in the match is New Boston, so Grosse Ile is going to need a rally, big time rally. They're down by 10, Ted. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and there's the first step of the night.
Richardson hitting it into a block as my friend Confucius Henry.
Number 15, Tiana Trombley.
Using that philosophy course he took back in the 60s. That's long. They say that was hit in. That hit right on the line.
The thing, I guess, any part of the line would probably be the ruling, Ted. Is any part of the line, because boy, that looked like. It's a good thing John McEnroe wasn't here. Because
maybe a little discussion.
Yes.
And our second judge, Frank Tara Shevitz, talking with the Huron coach again. That one's going to be out of bounds.
Nice deep shot. If I would say just one thing, I brought it up a little earlier, Ted, is just they have a nice deliberate style, they do, but I think sometimes it gives the other team a chance to recover and maybe get in position.
Luzon.
Right there. It showed a quick slam. This sets up match point.
Well, Heather Luzon on the serve there, but the Chiefs have 2 or 3 ladies that can really get up in the net. They bring in the skyscraper here on match point.
Nice dig. Digging over. It's going to hold them off. They need a rally now, Ted. They need a rally by 9 points to tie it
Well,
up.
if they score 11 in a row, we win.
11 in a row, it's over. And we'll go to game 4.
And the lady that started the game, Tori Dreisgood, serving here on what could be match point.
Lots of spin on that ball. Nice
And
nail.
they stay alive.
And that was a formula for success we saw a lot in that first game when they set them up nicely and Emma Campbell finished them off from her outside hitter position.
24-16.
Emma will be a junior. She's coming back next year. Oh, as Heather Luzon makes a terrific bid. to keep that going for the Grosse Ile Lady Devils, Ted, but they're going to come up short here in this third game and the match is over.
Well, we had a wonderful night tonight, Phil. All 3 games went to the Chiefs, but I can't tell you how hard the Grosse Ile Lady Red Devils fought tonight. Give us a sum up of what we saw tonight.
Well, I saw the energy in this building stay from start to finish. The fans stayed here. They said we're entertained. It was an entertaining match tonight. But at times, Boston just played with a little bit more control. They got that one play that seemed to give them momentum, and they went on those runs, and they just kind of kept the Lady Devils at bay.
All right, I want to thank my entire crew for coming out tonight. We're going to take a short break here before we finish up. We're going to come back with some stats and final commentary on tonight's game. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
That's fast-moving action. It was really fun.
All right, Grosse Ile, come on out. Here we go. Little drum off. Little drum off.
Oh, we got a drum
Full
off.
action, drum off.
Who was it told you we're going to send over stats?
Ted Fournier back here with Phil Henry, and boy, the gym's a lot quieter here, Phil, as we wrap things up. We just had the Battle of the Bands between Huron and Grosse Ile, but a wonderful game, a wonderful evening, despite the outcome. Grosse Ile goes down in 3-0, but hard-fought game. But that wasn't the whole purpose of this evening. It was the honoring of the seniors and the raising money for to Dig for Cancer.
Yeah, Dig for the Cure is the official site. I think they even have a website for it, Ted. And everyone was decked out tonight in the traditional pink. We had the teams in the dark pink and the light pink, but the action was fast and furious. The crowd was really into it. It was an exciting night. So you don't get a chance to watch it if you're just catching us. Make sure that you set your DVR and film it up.
I was really impressed by the energy in the gym and all the students. I've never seen so many kids in this gym for volleyball, so I was really impressed. But you have some of the stats, the highlights of tonight's game. I'd like to honor those girls who did well.
Well, absolutely. They break it down to 3 categories. The number 1 category are kills. And tonight, Alex Benjamin, number 2, led with 7 kills. And then we had 3 players that had 4 each. That'd be Maddie Champanella and Natalie Wallace and Emma Campo. And they're all underclassmen. So they're going to be back next year. So the leader of the kills, absolutely. Then with assists, we had, once again, Alex Benjamin was 7 assists. And then Tori Drzaga, who was one of the seniors honored tonight, she had 7 assists also. And then in the big important category of digs, which is, the one that keeps the players going, starts things out anyway, Heather Luzon from the libero position, she had 21 digs. And then Natalie Toth-Watkins, we were kind of quiet on her tonight. Toth-Watkins had 10 10 digs herself. So the stats were pretty well spread out between a bunch of underclassmen, so the future looks bright. But tonight was honoring the seniors, and those 4 seniors really did a tremendous job.
Well, Phil, I want to thank you for your expertise, and I lent a little bit of mine, and it was a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed watching. For Phil Henry, I'm Ted Fournier on senior night here at Grosse Ile High School. We'll see you next time on GITV.